Well, as we all wait on more news to see how Mark Pope's first roster is going to look at Kentucky, let's take some time today to talk about somebody that we haven't talked about a whole lot on this YouTube channel, and it's actually kind of a big deal. Mark Pope's first big recruiting win at Kentucky happened just shy of a month ago as he flipped Collin Chandler from BYU to Kentucky. Originally in the 2022 recruiting class, the four-star guard had been away on a mission for 2 years and just recently returned. He'll be making his college basketball debut when the 2024-25 season begins this fall. So a couple things, and Brandon Ramsey will of course jump in on this as well, but there's an elephant in the room. Collin Chandler has not played competitive basketball in the last 2 seasons. That of course while he was serving in London mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Now that Collin has been back on campus for a little over a week, the ramp-up process to get him ready to go play has begun. Typically, this would last about 6 to 8 weeks before a player is considered ready to go. Chandler originally signed with BYU over offers from Arizona, Gonzaga, Oregon, Stanford, and Utah as the 2022 Utah Gatorade Player of the Year, averaging 21.7 points, 4.3 boards, 2.8 assists, and 1.7 steals as a senior at Farmington. The highest ranked signee in program history for the Cougars. So Kentucky gets a top flight talent capable of playing anywhere thanks to prior LDS ties under Pope. Chandler has been out of sight, out of mind for the last few years, so it's easy to forget the top 40 talent was one of the fastest rising players in his class before signing with BYU. The 6'4" guard, set to be a 21-year-old freshman this season, is an explosive athlete with 3-level scoring and a defensive upside. Now, we don't really know how much PT Collin Chandler is going to get this season and how much Kentucky will rely on freshmen going forward, but it is a big piece to add for Mark Pope. For more on this, we send it over to Brandon Ramsey, who's of course gone through hours of film on Kentucky's 21-year-old freshman.
The thing that always gives you a little bit of pause, and it's completely new for Kentucky fans, is this guy has not played basketball in 2 seasons. Now, I think he was able to work out some, but we've kind of started to learn that's probably not as much as even some of us would have thought with him being on his 2-year mission trip. The good side of this is that there's nobody in college, of the 362 head Division I men's basketball coaches, there's nobody better to sort of ease him into what it will take than Mark Pope, because he's the only person that's really dealt with this before, because he was the head coach of BYU for 6 years, and it's not uncommon for guys to be coming off of 2-year mission trips. And you're kind of looking at a 3-and-D guy to me. I think the defense probably is going to be more average than it is above average. But offensively, I think that he fits the mold of, again, when you close your eyes and you think about Coach Pope's offense, Collin Chandler fits into that pretty seamlessly in terms of a guy that can really shoot it and act as a secondary playmaker with the ball in his hands some too. I think that the exciting parts about Collin Chandler's game is that you get a guy with some size on the perimeter. This is a guy that's 6'4". Now he's going to need to get a little bit stronger, but at least he has the height and the length positionally to kind of fit the mold in the Southeastern Conference. He definitely has the athleticism. He's not as explosive as Reed Sheppard was, but this guy's really, really athletic. There's nothing sneaky athletic about Collin Chandler. It is legitimate SEC athleticism. And then again, it's another guy that can shoot it at a high level. This was a top 40 4-star recruit coming out of high school. So as of this recording, which is May 7th, Tuesday, May 7th, around 11 a.m., Kentucky has 9 players on their roster. I'm sure Mark Pope is going to want to add a few more. So if you want to be early to some of that news, might I suggest KSR Plus, KS Board. And for more video breakdowns, of course, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.